Most people think they don't need Qingyi, and Zhu Yuan can already win at everything in her team with Nicole and Anby. I think that way of thinking is extremely short-sighted. Getting her is essentially future-proofing your account, especially if you only have Anby as a stunner. Or you could just wait 300 standard pools to pick another one for yourself, but that's not happening anytime soon for most players. Honestly speaking, I don't think people should be skipping out on this character, even though it's very tempting to say for the rat hag. So my job in this video is to somehow convince you to pull for Qingyi. But if I fail at doing that, please let me know why you're still skipping her in the comments, or roast me over at Twitch. I stream basically every day there. So let's get the obvious out of the way first. Qingyi is an electric stunner with a deadpan personality, a direct competitor to Anby. And if I can already throw in my 2 cents, I think it's pretty questionable that we're power creeping this early into the game. Anby is a free electric stunner that is accessible to all players. However, he plays like a limping flamingo by requiring a 3-hit combo. Anby is one of the most inconsistent stunners in the game due to her constantly dashing away from attacks before she pulls off her strings. Once she successfully stuns a target, it will create an opening for damage dealers so they can execute their skills with a 150% multiplier. So there's the bite-sized rundown of Anby, but maybe you're not convinced yet. After all, Anby is a free character that you've probably already invested in, or maybe you already have 2 stunners. Why would you want to pull Qingyi? Well, let me ask you this. Do you really want to use Anby, or is she just a band-aid waiting for something better? Let me cover exactly what makes Qingyi so omega cogent. Now, hear me out. Most people who are pulling for Qingyi are thinking of using her as a second stunner for shooty defense. That's fine, and she works very well as a stunner, but she can also activate her core skill with any attack type character, which, let's be honest, there usually is. This makes her exceptional when it comes to building flexible team comps. Now, let's cover her stun versus Anby. Anby only provides a 150% stun multiplier, while Qingyi can gain up to 260%. Qingyi also doesn't have the deficit of interrupting her combo with a dodge attack. Her entire moveset is to stun an enemy systematically, while Anby has fragile cracks in her flowchart. There is a high chance you've leveled up Anby's engine and combat disc, which Qingyi can use, so the investment of Anby isn't that much of a loss. Stunners are currently a staple to the content we have, and helping you pull one of the other stunners is pretty unreliable. Their combat type is highly sought for when we're only provided 1 stunner for free. Stunners also need the least amount of investment to perform decently, so by pulling her, she would be easy to build. When I think of Qingyi, she is a utility build that can work with any team. She is an Anby moveset with increased sliders for being a 5-star. She offers new possibilities for team comps, such as Nakamata teams that lack a physical stunner. She also will raise the damage floor throughout all your teams due to her high omega cogent stat multipliers. This sets the stage for future content. But does that matter at the present? Well, let's talk about that. With how much Qingyi offers, I think she's worth it. But if you don't like any stunners, then she might not be. In the current state of the game, Qingyi can offer immense value to any account. But that isn't the important thing. What's important is what you currently have to work with. When you're free to play or a low spender, gacha games are better treated as a roguelike. You never know what you'll end up with, but you adapt with what you have. There's no need to wonder what if, as long as you have something that works for now. Ultimately, Qingyi is a direct upgrade to Anby, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is that she can work on more team comps that we don't have yet. Don't pull for her just because Anby's playstyle can be lopsided. And if you're okay with her being that final piece you need for your account, then absolutely pull for her, because she is definitely a must pull to me. Also, Qingyi is just really cute.